Number 1. Sleep paralysis demons. Ah yes, waking up and not being able to move while something terrifying watches you from the corner of the room. Fun times. Sleep paralysis is creepy now, but it used to be a survival hack. Your body developed it to stop you from acting out your dreams, like flailing during nightmares or sleepwalking into a fire. But occasionally you wake up before your body does. Congrats, now you're conscious, but your muscles are still frozen, and your brain, halfway between dreaming and reality, goes full horror movie. It starts hallucinating demons, shadows, whispers, all because it's confused and still a little bit high on dream chemicals. In the old days, staying frozen while waking up might have helped you avoid detection by predators, because playing dead is a valid survival move. Now, it's just terrifying and makes for great Reddit stories. So if you've ever thought, oh cool, I'm paralyzed and there's a faceless figure watching me from the foot of my bed, just know, that's evolution, baby, trying to help, sort of. Number 2, the panic burp. Ever felt your stomach twist right before a big presentation, or a breakup, or even just an awkward phone call? That's your ancient survival system doing what it does best, freaking out over completely non-lethal situations. Back in the day when something terrifying showed up, like say a woolly rhino with anger issues, your body had to choose fight, flight, freeze, or vomit everything it could to run faster. Your digestive system? Not essential in a fight, so it got shut down like a store after hours. That stomach drop? That dry heave? That's prehistoric emergency mode. You're literally being prepped to sprint or die. And that's why, even today, you might lose your appetite during stressful Zoom meetings or feel like throwing up over a job interview. Your body still thinks you're about to fist fight a saber-toothed cat. Basically, your gut is still living in the Ice Age, while your brain's just trying to nail a PowerPoint. Number 3, loud noises, instant terror. You're just chilling, vibing, maybe making a sandwich. And then something drops, clatters, or bangs, and suddenly your heart explodes out of your chest like a jack-in-the-box full of panic. Why? Because in caveman times, loud equals danger. Think predator attack, rival clan, or thunderstorm about to ruin your stick collection. That startle reflex helped your ancestors not get eaten or crushed. So now, anytime there's a loud sound, even if it's just a toaster ejecting bread too enthusiastically, your nervous system hits the red button. Adrenaline, heart racing, every muscle tense like you're about to wrestle a bear. Modern equivalent? You drop your phone, and for half a second your soul leaves your body. The toaster pops? Full cardiac event. It's survival, but also kind of rude. Number 4, random jump scares from your own muscles. You ever fall asleep, then suddenly feel like you're plummeting off a cliff, and your whole body jerks awake like you're being possessed by a sleep demon? That's called a hypnic jerk, and it's your nervous system throwing a prehistoric tantrum. This ancient glitch comes from a time when humans still slept in trees. You know, back before beds, weighted blankets, and melatonin gummies. So when your muscles start to relax too quickly while falling asleep, your brain has a full-on caveman panic and thinks, oh no, we're falling out of the tree. And boom, twitch. You're jolted awake like you just dodged death, even though you were literally just lying in bed, probably listening to whale noises. So next time your leg decides to karate kick into the air mid-dream, just remember, it's not a malfunction, it's ancient tree logic. Your brain still thinks you're a drowsy monkey on a branch somewhere. Number 5, your brain thinks darkness equals doom. You ever feel weirdly paranoid when the lights go out? Like you're suddenly hyper-aware of every creak, shadow, and invisible monster living in your laundry basket? That's not just imagination. That's instinct. For thousands of years, darkness meant vulnerability. We couldn't see predators, but they could definitely see us. So our ancestors who got extra alert when the sun went down, they were the ones who didn't get eaten. Fast forward to you lying in bed in your completely safe apartment, convinced the pile of clothes in the corner just blinked. This leftover fear ramps up your senses. Your hearing sharpens, your heart rate rises, and your imagination goes full Hollywood horror mode. Your brain's just trying to protect you, even though the biggest threat in your room is probably an unpaid electric bill. And that's why bedtime anxiety is a thing. You're not overreacting. You're just still operating on caveman Wi-Fi. Number 6, I swear I saw something. Vision glitches. Your peripheral vision is basically a twitchy squirrel on espresso. You'll catch a glimpse of something moving out of the corner of your eye, only to turn and find absolutely nothing. No ghost, no spider, just a lamp. Again. But this weird visual misfire used to be essential. Your ancestors had to detect the tiniest movement, whether it was a snake in the grass or a rival tribe hiding in the bushes. Peripheral vision became a rapid response alert system. Problem is, it hasn't adapted to modern life. So now it's just serving you jump scares every time your coat shifts on a chair. These false alarms are called illusory motion, and they're your brain's attempt to overprotect. Because from an evolutionary perspective, it's way better to panic unnecessarily than to miss the one time it's real. Your code isn't trying to kill you, but your brain still votes we run. Number 7, why you hate being watched? You're walking down the street. You feel off, like something's behind you, watching. You turn around, nothing. Still, your skin's crawling like you're in a horror movie, and your brain is quietly playing the Jaws theme. That's the hypervigilance instinct, and it comes straight from our anxious ancestors. For them, being watched usually meant being hunted. Eyes on you equals danger. So your brain evolved to detect staring and overreact, just in case. And guess what? It works. Your visual system is so sensitive, it can actually detect when someone's gaze is pointed directly at you, even from the edge of your field of vision. Scientists call it the gaze detection system. We call it, who's watching me and why do I suddenly want to hide in the fridge? This system made perfect sense when we lived in the wild. But now, you feel the same primal fear when someone glances at you from across the gym, or when you're the last person in the office and swear you saw a face in the printer room. Congratulations. You're running caveman software in a fluorescent-lit building. Number 8, the sneeze reflex. That's basically a booby trap. Sneezing might seem like a minor inconvenience until you realize it's actually an ancient, explosive defense mechanism, and a slightly unhinged one at that. You see, your body treats your nose like the entrance to a high-security facility. Any dust, pepper, pollen, or microscopic invader that sneaks in, boom. Your body goes full DEFCON 1. Shut down the airways, initiate muscle contraction, fire the sneeze cannon. The power of a sneeze is absurd. It can launch snot at up to 160 kilometers per hour. That's not just clearing your nose. That's tactical warfare. But here's the creepy part. Your body doesn't always wait for a legit threat. Sometimes just looking at a bright light can trigger the photic sneeze reflex. Why? No one really knows. It's just a bizarre wiring glitch from evolution's close enough phase. Basically, you're a sneeze-powered biological trap that occasionally misfire for fun. Number 9, the I forgot why I came in here. Instinct. Ever walk into a room, then instantly forget why you're there? You just stand there blinking like a confused NPC surrounded by furniture and regret. That, weirdly, is your brain doing its job. It's called the doorway effect, and it's an ancient mental shortcut. When you move from one space to another, your brain assumes it's entering a new context, like a new cave or a different threat zone. So it temporarily wipes the mental whiteboard to make room for new information. Useful when your life depended on scanning for saber-tooths. Less useful when you were just trying to grab your phone charger. So no, you're not losing your memory. You're just running prehistoric software in a house with too many doors. Number 10, waking up right before your alarm. Like a time wizard. You know that weird flex your body sometimes pulls, where you wake up just minutes before your alarm goes off? No snooze, no beeping, just psychic timing? Turns out that's not magic. It's ancient biological programming doing overtime. Your body has its own clock, called the circadian rhythm, which controls sleep, hormones, alertness, all the fun stuff. But in addition to that, your brain can learn your wake-up schedule. If you consistently wake at 6:30 a.m., your brain starts preloading cortisol, the hormone that makes you feel alert, right before that time. That magically timed wake up, it's just cortisol breaking into your sleep cycle like, hey, wake up before that horrible noise does. Originally, this helped you wake before danger, like before dawn predators got moving, or before your tribe left without you. Today, it just means your body decides to ruin your last 7 minutes of sleep because it still thinks you're at risk of being abandoned in a forest. So if you're ever annoyed at waking up before your alarm, don't be. That's just your inner caveman making sure you don't miss the mammoth hunt. Thanks for watching this video. And hit the like button so our stick man gets a job and doesn't get eaten by a prehistoric cat